What celebrity barely escaped being cancelled by the skin of their teeth, and why do you think they got away with it? Steven Tyler had his 14-year-old girlfriend move in with him. When she was 15, he got her pregnant. Tyler then had her get an abortion, dumped her, and sent her back to her parents. In the 80s, Vince Neil, Motley Crue, killed a guy in a drunk driving crash and got little more than a slap on the wrist. Just don't do it again, you knucklehead. As it always comes up in these threads, I can't believe Chris Brown still has a career and that people will work with him. Chuck Berry owned a popular restaurant in St. Louis, and it was discovered that he had cameras in the women's bathroom recording everything going on in there. For some reason I never understood, it was basically never mentioned again. Nicki Minaj and her husband. Can someone explain to me why Chris Brown hasn't been thoroughly cancelled? Jimmy Savile died before his horrific abuses really came to light. He never really hid how creepy he was though. Watching interviews of him makes me skin crawl. Would say the dude from the Mamas and Papas who had a 10-year relationship with his daughter, but think he died before that one came out. How Jared Leto has not been cancelled yet is a mystery to me. James Charles. Bro admitted to pretty much being a pedo, there is a mountain of evidence, yet he still haven't been sent off the internet. Chris Brown should have been cancelled, but somehow wasn't. It's gross. Ted Kennedy drove drunk, killed somebody in the process, was never held responsible for the death, and then spent the next 40 years in the US Senate. Would most of us have gotten away with that? No. But his name was Kennedy. Celine Dion's husband, Renee Angelil, was utter trash. Groomed her from a young age and her POS parents were okay with it. He died revered, but that MFS legacy should be desecrated. Feel bad for her kids too, and she started acting like a teenager that's finally free once he died. Drake. There is a literal video of him hitting on and groping a minor on stage. Caitlyn Jenner literally killed a person, and that was swept under the rug pretty swiftly. I guess being in a high-profile family with money is enough to get people to forget about it. Drake grooming 14-year-old Millie Bobby Brown so badly that she was signing his own death warrant by publicly admitting they text constantly and that we're best friends. How dare you? He told me none of you would understand. Logan Paul. Surprised nobody has mentioned Travis Scott after Astroworld. Dude stood on stage singing at dead bodies in the crowd. Travis Scott. Remember all those people that died and were hurt at his concert in Houston? That was a pretty big deal for a few days. He just came back with a new record and it's like nothing ever happened. Paul Walker is one that absolutely no one talks about. The dude is still praised, and everyone somehow seems to ignore the fact that he really liked teenagers. Adam Levine, after those cringy texts came out where he hit on another woman while his model wife was pregnant. Paul Walker was in his 30s only dating 16-year-olds. The last girlfriend he ever had he started dating when he was 33 and she was 16. Disgusting how he's never been called out for it. Beyoncé's husband. Sean Penn and his recent virtual daughter comments. Casey Affleck. Gets away with it because of his more famous brother, his Academy Award, etc. I'd say he was cancelled, but he was an Oppenheimer. Mark Wahlberg. Mel Gibson he expertly laid low for a while and let the heat die down. Then went behind the camera to make some truly incredible films. Now people sort of know there's some reason he maybe should be cancelled, but they're not 100% sure what it's all about. Something about Jews or something. Anyway, he's managed to start acting again. Kobe. His crime was grandfathered in, and then he died. Not that I think he would have faced a reckoning if he had lived.